Alright, welcome back to Final Fantasy. I streamed for like maybe 20 minutes the other day, and then after that I immediately got sick. Started having really sharp pains in my stomach, probably from food poisoning, so I just haven't played much over the weekend, so this is day 4-ish. So what we're gonna do is we are going to, as much as I want to continue the story, I'm going to go and do my class quest, just because I noticed during the last dungeon that I did, I'm taking a lot of damage. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, that way I can get some armor, or some better gear. So let's go ahead and do that. Welcome, friend. I have important news for you. In my search for the traitor, I've been looking through old records and discovered something chilling. Around the time the traitor Sulkzagile was named captain, several famed soldiers of the Sultan Sworn met with untimely deaths, but strangely our records do not say how they died. Curious, I begged the favor of an old friend and received permission to inspect medical records kept by Frondale's Frontistry. I discovered that the soldiers died in various ways, some in combat, some suddenly at night, in barracks, but in nearly every case there were signs that poison had played a role in their demise. Yes, poison, carefully, invisibly administered. The more I read, the more I saw the dark hand of death's embrace at work, assassins in the pay and service of the monetarists, a society so secretive that few believe it truly exists. But no matter how skilled and devious the assassins, they should not have been able to kill so many of the Sultan Sworn elite without being discovered. Not, that is, without help from within our own ranks. So I asked myself, who had the most to gain from their deaths? One by one, the former captain, his trusted aides, the most capable of the Sultan Sworn, who might become future commanders, all of them, slain by an invisible hand and with their deaths. The way was open for Sulkzagile to become the Sultan Sworn's youngest captain in a century. The monetarists were plotting to kill the best and bravest of the Sultan Sworn to purge its ranks from greatness and enervate it so that it could no longer carry out its duty to serve as sword and shield to the Sultan. Which begs the question, how did Sulkzagile remain captain for 30 long years? How did he avoid the poisoner's kiss when men better than him had succumbed? There can only be one explanation. He was the monetarist cat's paw of the turncloak in our midst. Needless to say, I am more determined to track him down than ever before. While I continue my investigation, I have a trial for you. I want you to seek the gallant armor, the legendary raiments worn by generations of the finest soldiers of the Sultan Sworn. In accordance with Sultan Sworn tradition, the set that would be yours has been scattered across southern Thanalan. Each piece has been locked within a coffer, which will be guarded by 2 men. You must best the Sultan Sworn themselves if you were to claim their armor. Gotcha. That's the first set. If I can jump down here, cool. Let me just wait for my health to regen. We'll do this one real quick. So how's everyone's day going? Well, I guess it's night for me. But how was everybody's day? I hope you had a good one. Mine was pretty mainly just spent time with the family. We went and bought some water guns. Had a water gun fight with my son. That's the second piece. It looks like I have no pants on now. That's great. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue streaming on YouTube or if I'm going to swap over to Twitch. I don't know yet. What I might do is just stream on Twitch, just bring the VOD over to YouTube. It'd probably take a little bit longer to get the VOD up though, but Twitch is a platform for most people. Good, the armor is yours. You have learned your lessons well and honed your skills, and now you are ready to face Solk'Sagail, the traitor. Yes, the time has come. I have discovered his hiding place and made contact through emissaries. We are negotiating the return of Oathkeeper. Secrecy is crucial, as is preparation. We will leave only when you are ready. Alright, the discovery of Oathkeeper will be the first step in restoring the honor of the Sultan Sworn. I have told Solk'Sagail that if he returns the sword, we will give him a fair trial. Otherwise, he shall be captured and thrown at the feet of the Sultana for judgment. The parley is just to take place south of Forgotten Springs in the Singoli Desert. Give me your map and I will mark the location. While I believe he is acting alone, we must be prepared for anything. You may be certain that the Monitorist will not take kindly to his surrender. In fact, I believe that should the Monitorist discover Solk'Sagail is willing to parley, they will surely try to intervene. Therefore, we must not speak of what we do, not to anyone. We should travel separately, so as not to attract attention. We shall meet again at the parley. If I remember right, yep. So, I don't think I unlocked that, no. So, we're gonna go here. And we'll just ride our mount all the way over there. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue streaming on YouTube or if I'm going to go over to Twitch and stream there and then just bring the VODs over. I don't know. I kind of like an opinion on that. I mean, either it's less of a hassle just to stream directly to YouTube because it uploads it, but it is what it is. And then what I can do is what I can do is once I have the VOD on Twitch, I can just download it or upload it over to YouTube. That also allows me to edit it a little bit, but I mean, for the most part, I'm probably gonna not edit really anything unless I make a very specific video on something. I also dislike how you have to demount. I mean, I get it. It's to prevent, you know, me from taking space. But they've added a setting that you can make it to where nobody can be seen while you're next to a quest objective or something. They can just do that for, like, transition NPCs. I don't know. Something that just doesn't make sense to me. Hello, viewer. Fancy sword. So you dared to come. You're a brazen one. I will grant you that. But did you really think I wouldn't find out? Come, confess. My allies within the Sultan Swarm have told me the truth. I know you are working in league with the traitor and the Monitorists. Confess. With your dying breath, you will tell me where I can find Oathkeeper and the traitor who stole it. Do you dare accuse my own Sultan Sworn of lying? We are comrades in arms, every one of us, bound in brotherhood by our oath. I would trust them with my life. What is your word set against theirs? We know the meaning of we know the meaning of honor. Jesus, I can't talk. You are a naive fool. I suspected you from the beginning, ever since you showed me the soul of the paladin that the traitor Solxagile gave you. You were, no matter how briefly, a paladin, and as such you are bound by a code of honor that is as unforgiving as it is noble. Traitor, I sentence you to death and decree that your body shall lie here and feed the crows. Okay. Come on, gather up. You cannot do this. I am the greater swordsman, your superior in every way. You were blinded, Genlands, by your own conviction. Genlands, remember your own lesson. A paladin does not exist to defend his position or the honor of his fellow soulsworn. Those men were assassins in service of the Monitors. The moment you outlived your usefulness, you were to be killed, you and this free paladin of yours. Liar, you are their agent. You betrayed us for them. You were always naive, Genlands, too willing to trust your fellow man. It's one of your virtues, but you have a deplorable habit of turning your virtues into vices. Think, the information you uncovered. How did you come by it? Did it fall into your lap as if, oh, I don't know, someone was feeding it to you for their own purposes? You and the paladins under your command are the Monitorist lapdogs. Genlands, you've been led a merry dance and follow their lead at every step. Then you were never a traitor, you were innocent, I have wronged you. Yeah, you did, you tried to kill me in the middle of the desert. Easy now, your wounds aren't mortal, but you still need to rest. I'll take care of the captain, he's had worse, and we'll have him back on his feet soon enough. You've become a fine warrior and learned all there is to know about the way of the paladin. I think perhaps that you were not aware just how much you've grown. Well, it's time you were made aware, paladin. When the captain's recovered, keep an eye on him for me, will you? He needs someone like you to watch his back. Like he's just strung over the guy's shoulder. Alright, back to Old Off. Paladin, I have done you a great wrong. I allowed myself to be hoodwinked, accused you of treason, and even turned my sword against you. I hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me. As for me, yes, I am recovered from my wounds, at least those that will heal, but far more important than that, Solxagile is innocent after all. He was never a traitor, and the dream that I followed in my youth was not a lie. I remain captain of the elite, although a poor substitute for my predecessor. I am now working on a plan to strike back at the Monitourists and restore the Sultan Sworn to its former strength. No, do not be afraid for me. We've unmasked the foe, and he cannot hide behind his deceptions anymore. The assassins won't find it easy to reach me. For now, I will bide my time, marshal my strength, and when the time is right, strike hard at our enemies. Nice. Alright. So, before I do anything, I'm gonna go ahead and just do my dailies real quick. I don't know if that's gonna pop though. That might not pop. Yeah. I'll withdraw that and we'll go the leveling one. And while we wait, I'm gonna just go do the main story. Oh, well. So much for that, I guess. It's fine. Well, I haven't seen like 5 times already. Oh, I missed? Excuse me? I guess I got too far ahead. Pretty quick. Why? Why does it do this to me? What the hell? Alright. We are done. That. One more level to go now. And I mean, I could just queue up for this and then save the story for... Actually, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna save the story for this for later. We'll go ahead and go back to Ul'dah, that way I can... in preparation for my next class quest. We'll watch the intro real quick while I grab a drink. Need to change that setting. I have different ones for when I sheath and unsheath. It's starting to get annoying. Dead just because it does cast Final Sting. I'd rather not die. for the... Well, I guess I'm not. That's my bad. Oh, I can't stop getting out of that. That's good to know. That was entirely that Viper's fault. Dude better move. Fucking do it. Not that it matters. Skip that just so it's just the intro for the boss. We'll skip it so we can move along. Now, if I remember right, I can stun, summon. That's what's gonna which won't exactly matter. Alright, so before I start this, give me 1 second. Alrighty. So now, speak to Jinlins and do our level 50 class quest. Welcome, Paladin. I had hoped to see you before I left. You remained a true friend even after the wrongs I did to you, and I owe you my trust. So I'll tell you everything I have learned. After our encounter in the hills, I spent some time in the care of Solksagile, recovering from my wounds as I convalesced. He gave me the true account of what happened these last few years in his solitary war against the Monitarists. After he went into hiding, he tried to get word to me about what was happening, but I was surrounded by agents in the pay of the Monitarists who kept me isolated and ignorant. They planted the lie that Solksagile was a traitor and tricked me into tracking him down. I was their puppet, twitching obediently at the end of the strings they pulled. But when I discovered that Death's embrace had been behind the demise of my brothers and sisters, they panicked, especially when they found out I had shared the information with you. They set a trap for us and baited it with the promise of a parley with Solksagile. Solksagile was no traitor, as I should well have known, but I allowed myself to be deceived by the whispers of mummers and flatterers, and no, that was not the way of it. It is not their lies that made me blind, but my desire, nay, obsession, to restore our honor. For the Sultan Sworn and all paladins who have bent the knee to a higher cause, honor is a means to an end, not the end itself. I lost sight of that, and in doing so I lost sight of my true duty. Solksagile understood what was happening, and that is why he gave you the soul of the paladin. It was a remonstration, a message. Look how adventurers live, he was telling me. Where does their honor, their authority come from? I owe my position to the machinations of the Monitarists. They calculated that a young captain, eager to prove his loyalty, bound by unquestioning fealty, would be all the easier to control. They were right. I am a sham and a fake, but the world does not know that, and even the illusion of power is a power of sorts. I can use it to fight back. I will tell my subordinates that I am fleeing to Snowcloak and Corthus. When the Monitarists hear of this, as they surely will, they will send assassins after me again. But when they show their hand, I will stand my ground and fight back. I realize you may wish to offer your assistance, however, I cannot in good conscience put you in harm's way anymore. You too have become a target of the Cabal's assassins. The odds will be against me, that much is certain, but Solksagile has taught me much, and if I am brave and vigilant, I know I can triumph. I am sorry you have been caught up in our own political struggles, but now, as a paladin, it is time you traveled your own path. Ah yes, Solksagile wished to have a word with you as well. You will find him in central Thanalan. Allow me to mark the location on your map. Alrighty. Where does he want to meet? Ah, he wants to meet over there. Well, I'm going to take the long way because I don't want to spend money. Even though it's not a whole lot, I just don't like spending money on stuff like that. Especially when I can get to it relatively easily. I am lazy and don't want to walk everywhere sometimes, but for the most part, may as well try to save some money every now and then. Excuse me. Alrighty. Alright, Thank you for coming, Leaf. We haven't much time, so I will be blunt. Genlands will die if he faces Death's Embrace alone. I know what I must do, and I suspect you do as well. If you are the man I believe you to be, then we shall meet again soon. Alright, well, now we gotta go to Snowcloak, but I don't have that, so we are going to go the long way. Yet again. But that does allow me to redo something that I died doing way too early. We're going to go and try our best to at least get these real quick, just because I would like to level up in the Grand Company just for something later, because it's a little hint, or not a little hint, but a little Easter egg. It's a nice touch that they add. Just gotta go and kill 2 more things for that one. I am gonna pick these up, however, as I know I will need them later. May as well pick them up as we go. Normal hunting log, so I can kill them right here. If I remember right, what all did I need? Yeah. Most of that will be done later. I'm gonna at least do all of the hunting logs and stuff. Get them out of the way. Just kill one from over here. That done, we continue on. could cheat, just go directly to my class quest, but I want to. I got stuck on a rock. I want to at least get all of my all the locations unlocked. That will pick this one up real quick because I need to unlock the dungeon. We'll finish it later though. Head over here real quick so we can show one of the last things we need. Grab this. Going. Such a long walk. I wish I could edit it out for you guys, but due to it being live, you know, there's not really much to talk about. It's 10:40 at night. I mean, the most I could do is talk about my future plans for the channel and everything. I'd like to get it to where, you know, I have a decent bit of communication with you guys on what you want to see, whether it be solo challenges or, you know, just stuff like that. It's kind of hard to do though because nobody's watching right now, but I'm fine talking to myself. At least I don't think anybody's watching. If you are, I do apologize. Alright, we'll pick that up and then we're almost there. Almost where we need to be. Alright, here we are. Time to rescue Jinlins. Alright. You as well. I told you to go to ground. This isn't your fight. First Soul's the Guile, now you. Are you both so eager to die? You forget that we are paladins. Whosoever our duty leads us, or wheresoever our duty leads us, we go and do so of our own free will. To abide by one's own sense of justice is to embrace the paladin's creed. Sworn or unsworn, we are paladins true, and the only true oath we swear is the one we swear to ourselves. Now come, let us stand shoulder to shoulder and show the black hearts, the metal of our souls, and the steel of our swords. Alright. Oh yeah, because that glowing book over there is totally not suspicious. What sorcery is this? I'm going to try to read them when I can. Likely the work of our mage. It pulses with a queer light. Up above, it's the mage. The grimoire, it's a trap. Great. Gotta deal with this. Alright. You've done well. You never flinched from your duty and you followed the path you knew you had to take, and you showed us what it means to be a paladin. And you even managed to prize the skills from Jinlin's eyes while you were at it. It's been an honor to know you and to watch you grow. In any case, today's battle should blunt the Monitorist's dagger, at least for a while. They'll think twice before sending assassins after the Sultan's Sworn again. I trust you will see to this mess, Jinlins. Yes, sir, I mean Captain. Please, sir, return to the capital. Take up your command again. The burden, it is too much for the likes of me. The Monitorist may have stolen Oathkeeper, but oaths are not forged in steel. They are sworn in the heart. You never betrayed your oaths, Jinlins. And as for your leadership, well, ask this paladin if he learned anything from you. No matter what the circumstances, once a man has left the Sultan's Sworn, he cannot return. No, I followed my own path, and on it I will stay. I have followed you since the day I vowed to join the ranks of the Sultan's Sworn. Has the time come for me to stop following and begin to lead? Thank you for coming. Once again, you have placed me in your debt. See me in the city when you return. I will have something for you. We go. Yeah, we'll do that after. Alright. Let's finish up this storyline real quick. Welcome, Paladin. These have been troubled times for the Sultan's Sworn, and you have served us loyally. You did what was just, followed the Paladin way, and defended the weak and needy. You are a true Oathkeeper. Honor and right were yours from the very beginning, and that is what made you strong. Strong enough to defeat me. The sword Oathkeeper has yet to be found, but I have come to realize that I do not need it. Nay, not to lead the Sultan's Sworn, nor to restore our good name. The oaths we keep are in our hearts, not in hollowed blades. Solkzagail has left to wander the nations of Eorzea. He is a man of honor, and unless I am very much mistaken, he will continue to look for the sword that was gifted by our rulers centuries ago. I shall continue to serve Ul'dah as one of the Sultan's Sworn. You shall defend the people of Eorzea as a free paladin. Our paths diverge now, but we shall forever be bound by the oaths we keep in our hearts. But listen to me, noble words aren't much good for an adventurer who has to face monsters and menaces out in the real world. Fortunately, I have something that will serve you rather better. The sacred armor has been kept within the Sultan's Sworn for many generations. It was given only to those Sultan's Sworn who had, through feats of arms and deeds of great courage, earned the privilege to wear it. But something tells me that for the first time since it left the armorer's forge, this armor should go to someone who is not of the Sultan's Sworn. If I allowed myself to be a slave to tradition, the paladin who deserves it the most would ever wear it. Now, wouldn't that be a waste of 5 plate? Just one thing, if anyone asks where you got it, you mustn't say it was me. And that is the A Realm Reborn Paladin quests. Let's get our swanky new armor on. Ooh, looking good. Except, for whatever reason, hold on, let me use these, get these out of the way. For whatever reason, they give you an entirely different set that's better right out the gate. Alright, well that's Paladin done, basically, for a little while. I'm going to go do one little thing real quick before I do the story. And technically I can't do the story because we're going to level another job. This real quick. We're going to complete our rank 1 of our Brand Company hunting log. That way we can apply for promotions and stuff. Flames hunting log is complete. Now let us go and apply for some promotions. Alright, there's one. There's 2. And I need 3,000 more. 3,000 more. Well, I could do those by doing something else. So, that is what we will do. So now, what we're going to actually do, oops, I forgot I already have this in here. We are going to level up Marauder. So, let's go to Limsa Lominsa. Level up Marauder and have a grand old time. Alright. You cut for striking vigor leaf, but heroics posing But heroic posing is unlikely to cut a swath through your enemies. You stand now as a student of the axe. Let us waste no time in testing the edge of your chosen weapon. You shall wade straightway into combat as befits a novice of our discipline. Go forth and slay the bleeding, scurrying, crawling pests that plague the outskirts of Limsa, Limita. Lost lambs, wharf rats, and little ladybugs shall be your pietous adversaries this day. Return to me once 3 of each creature have fallen to your blade. So, it is just like all the other quests, except what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here, and technically, I believe it's, yeah, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to accept all of these quests just for Marauder, but I'm going to take some magical gear. That way I have at least a little bit of a jump start on the mages. I don't have to really worry about crafting gear or getting gear for them. And since the tank jobs and the melee DPS and the range DPS kind of share gear for a little while at least, up until around the time you start doing dungeons, we won't really need to worry about those. And what I will do to make this slightly easier on myself is I'm going to hide some of my quests that I can't do. So we will hide this one, and this one, while we level up Marauder. Go here. To the Aetherite. Give me 1 second. You return to me a different man. Already your face shows a harder cast, a realization of the slaughter of which you are capable. But there is much training to be done before you will wield the axe to its fullest potential. Learn well your lessons, build your strength, and make of each swing an instinctive act. Every blow of your weapon will clear another step towards the mastery of the Marauder way. Implacable, relentless, such must be your momentum on both the practice grounds and the battlefield. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break.